On October 15th, 2021, it was announced that Nintendo would be releasing an update for Animal Crossing New Horizons that included its first and only paid DLC, Happy Home Paradise, a reiteration of the spin-off Happy Home Designer that was released in 2015. So after having played for a couple of weeks now, I'd like to talk a little bit about my gameplay experience and whether or not I think you should buy it or give it to an island representative you know as a gift. This is my Happy Home Paradise review. In 2015, after Animal Crossing New Leaf for Nintendo 3DS had been out a while, Nintendo offered up an entirely standalone game called Happy Home Designer. In this game, you could design homes and facilities for villagers. It gave the player a sense of freedom and creativity as they got to interact in a different way with the villagers offered to you in the game, or you could import villagers with amiibo cards. At the time of release, I had stopped playing New Leaf, but I was excited to get into this Animal Crossing decorating spin-off. I spent a little time playing this, and I got some enjoyment out of it. It was really cute, and decorating for villagers was super fun. However, I found the experience a little empty as I didn't have any connection to the town. I didn't live there, and villagers that I was designing for weren't necessarily villagers from my town, and the game didn't have any connectivity to Animal Crossing New Leaf. As a standalone sandbox creativity game, I found it really enjoyable, but it didn't have enough depth or actual gameplay rewards to keep me coming back, and sadly, this game did not manage to captivate me as much as games from the main series do. In 2021, after New Horizons had been out for a little over a year, it was announced that basically the same gameplay concept, Happy Home Paradise, was going to be offered, but offered as optional paid DLC. The fact that the game was going to be available as DLC and that the things you do in the DLC can affect designs on your own island definitely piqued my interest. These changes took this iteration of Happy Home from a cute but kind of bland add-on to an addictive adventure and creativity with immense rewards for back on my island. The gameplay concept is simple. You're introduced to 3 amazingly cute NPCs named Lottie, Nico, and the ever-adorable and taciturn Wardle, who together run a vacation home design business called Paradise Planning. They are looking for a designer, and of course, you get an amazing reference from Tom Nook. Your job is basically to talk to villagers on the beach who have very specific ideas about what they want when it comes to vacation home designs. The villagers available for you to choose from change each calendar day, and the desired designs vary from a simple reading room to a pottery studio to a room full of toilets. No, really, a room full of toilets. The game starts you out designing in the typical 6x6 square house, similar to villagers' houses back on your island, and you eventually gain the ability to design outside and the yard, and to add partitions, counters, increase the size of the home, add an upstairs, add soundscapes and lighting effects. You can design using the drag and drop method, or you can push and pull items with your character. Each villager gives you a few items that they definitely want you to use in your design, and there's a tab where you can find suggested items for their design that the game decides fit their theme, but after you use the 3 requested items, you're pretty much free to do what you want as far as home design is concerned. There's no point system or in-game rating, and the villager will pretty much be happy with what you design as long as you use their 3 requested items. So there's no pressure of really failing or having your client be disappointed, which I really wish worked in real life. The more spaces you do, the more furniture, clutter, wallpapers, rugs, and floors you unlock, which only encourages you to do more and more homes. You can also change the weather and time of day of the vacation home you design, giving Tabby's scary hospital that extra bit of spookiness that she requested. The more you play through the game, you'll find that Lottie will request that you actually design facilities for the island, like a restaurant or a cafe. I thought this was going to be boring or difficult, but designing these facilities was actually one of my favorite parts of Happy Home Paradise. When you complete the design, you have a choice of which villagers vacationing on your island will be working at the facility, and I have to say, it's been super adorable to see Tabby as my head chef at the restaurant that I named Clover. Some of these facilities act as an extended beach where you'll find more villagers looking for you to design their perfect vacation home. So if you don't find anyone you want to design for on the beach that day, you can visit the cafe and the restaurant for more potential clientele. The more spaces you design, the more kinds of items you can unlock to design with, and eventually you can design with DIYs and even things from your Nook shopping catalog. The best benefit to unlocking items is the amazing connectivity to your New Horizons island, as you can purchase these items from Paradise Planning Showroom or eventually from Wardell, who will give you the ability to order any item you unlocked in exchange for the Poké you've earned designing homes. Not only can you purchase items and use them to design back on your island, you can use the techniques such as partitions and counters as well. Oh, and polishing. I guess you can polish stuff now. Yeah. If you design enough vacation homes, you can eventually do the same for your villagers back on your island at home, with some limitations. I think you can't change the size of their houses on the inside. Finally, a chance to redesign a house for that villager you love, but has a terrible either DIY starter house or has a house like Dom's, which, why? There is a kind of story mode to this DLC, and when you get to the end of it, you unlock this amazing dance party on the beach with KK Slider and several adorable dancing emotes. And they're hands down my favorite emotes in the game. They're so cute. You can also visit vacation homes designed by others, as well as put your own designs on display for others to visit. Just a warning though, visiting others' homes can be, while inspiring, completely stifling, as there is so much creativity out there that might make you feel like you need to go back and improve your own designs. If you feel like you want a second or third chance at a design you're unhappy with, you can absolutely go speak to your client and do the redesign for them and earn a little extra Poké. So you can go and soup up that first design you did after you unlock the ability to do more things. After you finish the story mode in this DLC, you will absolutely come back because it has great replay value. You'll keep coming up with new ideas for old spaces you've designed after you've unlocked a new ability or two, or learned a cool trick from Happy Home Network and looking at other people's designs. I have found myself spending so much more time designing houses for villagers than I have doing anything else in Animal Crossing for the last 2 weeks, and that is saying a lot. The thing that stopped me from putting so many hours into Happy Home Designer in 2015 is that designing homes was then fun, but it lacked actual game rewards. Because Happy Home Paradise is a DLC and the things you do on the archipelago can affect your designs on your island, I had so much more incentive to keep designing. Playing in Happy Home had multiple benefits, including new DIYs and grabbing vines and moss every day on the island as well. The ability to invite villagers from your island to have a vacation home has been really fun, and I have not yet remodeled a home on my island yet, but I'm very excited to start doing that. The other thing I'd like to mention is that I found designing homes from villagers in Happy Home Paradise has really changed my opinion of villagers I might not otherwise consider. I designed a supermarket home for Peggy, and even though I've never really considered Peggy ever, designing her home was my favorite home I've designed so far, and it really made me warm up to Peggy, as well as other villagers I might not invite to my island back at home. The entire experience is like having some weird second island where everyone's on vacation and you're a total celebrity, and I love it. So those are my final thoughts on Happy Home Paradise. I absolutely love this DLC and think it's worth every single penny I paid for it. And whether or not you love designing, I think you'll really be into this gameplay and into the charm of the story mode of the DLC. If you have the DLC, let me know what your favorite home you designed is in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're interested in Animal Crossing content, subscribe and take care of yourselves and those around you. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.